Good afternoon, or good evening, folks. Just gonna switch the settings up a bit here. It's way too loud. Alrighty, sounds good. Good evening, folks. This is another Gutsy Cast. This one will be a TI8 live open qualifier match between Team Secret and VGJ Storm. There's actually a lot of good ones happening right now. There's LGD Liquid, we have Mineski versus EG, and we've had a lot of good games, but this one I feel like casting because I saw the first game. It was really interesting. VGJ Storm won against Secret. Secret had a very demanding and convincing early and mid game. They were dominating, but then all of a sudden VGJ Storm had some really good team fights, and they drafted with good team fights. They had a very rich Phoenix, a very rich Wraith King, and a DK that couldn't die, and a TA that was just murdering. Whereas Secret, they had Clinks, they had Earthshaker, they had Shadow Fiend. So Clinks and Earthshaker are fine, but Shadow Fiend's a very weird pick this patch. It just felt not right. And they had an Abaddon too. Like, they had no way of controlling stuns, so VGJ Storm a lot of the times could just TP out. We had SVG on his well-known Silencer, which is banned out this game by Secret. It actually was really bad in the early and mid game, but late game, those ults hurt. They really hurt, and they had lifesteal and so much regen. Secret just couldn't deal with it, so they fell apart to VGJ Storm. That's why I want to cast game 2. I also watched a bit of the Pain Gaming versus Newbie match, and that's quite a surprise, and was a very thrilling match. So that one's over though. That ended, I'm not going to spoil that one, but that was an interesting ending, to say the least. And now we're going to get into the draft of this one. So Earthshaker, Weaver, Wraith King, very standard picks. Dark Willow, not so much. The bans are standard though. Enchantress, Necro, Pugna. Not really seeing too many PL bans. PL's not really getting picked, and the games I've seen it, it's lost. But Chen, Tiny, Silencer, very standard bans. Chen was picked up by a few teams, and it was weird. It was actually like really bad in the games, but it ended up winning the games later on. Well, not the one game, which what series was that? OG versus Liquid, I think. So the next ban, probably we've got Bloodseeker's gonna get banned, so they don't want anyone disrupting this Weaver. VGJ Storm probably will want to ban out somebody who's, well, Secret's already got a Diffusal Carrier, so they can't really keep banning Diffusal Carriers against this Wraith King. What was annoying for them to deal with last game?
10 seconds to go.
Clinks is not banned, and that was pretty annoying. They did win that game against it, but I think they might consider banning it this game. But then that would be a mid Clinks with a Weaver. Doesn't sound appropriate. DK is still on the table. That's been trending quite a lot recently. Saw it lose in the one game. Saw it win in the other. Prophet's also trending too. So the current meta heroes are starting to break. We're getting this new meta with Clinks, Wraith Kings, and stuff like that. But we're starting to break from the old meta, and we're developing some more new stuff even from the Wraith King in that, like the Nature's Prophet. There's been quite a bit of Pugna that's been picked up since my last cast. That's pretty popular too, but we're not going to see it this game. Next pick. Probably going to look for some more team fight if you're VGJ Storm. That's kind of what won you the last fight. And they're actually going to go with Ogre, and this is really weird to see. I think Ogre is very lackluster in a 2-on-2 meta because he just, like, he's all about regen, right? But if you're fighting two heroes in a lane, it pretty much counters out. So your one advantage goes bye-bye, and you don't really do much otherwise. So I'm not liking this Ogre
10
pick
seconds to go.
From Storm. Secret, they need to grab a Puppy hero. They might do that now, because that's going to be a Yaps or a Shaker again. Puppy went Prophet last game support. That fared off pretty poorly. Kind of copying what EG did when they ran the support Arteezy and the carry Fly. That worked out. That was pretty funny. And also the game with Liquid where Matumamin played a support Prophet. So I don't think that's Well, he can't do it anyways. It's banned. But I don't think Puppy's going to go down that route. He might do the PvD route of Venge. Venge is okay-ish here. It's not amazing. A Dark Will would be nice on their team. They need someone to kind of disrupt team fights from this Wraith King. Or somebody to kite him. They'll get the Mirana. So, kind of kites. When you get your BKB, you just leap around. They can't really catch you. That's going to be a mid Mirana. You're going to see Ace on that Puppy, most likely. Fada sometimes plays it off lane, but I doubt it. Or, sorry, did I say mid with Ace? Sorry. Actually, Ace does play Windrunner, but he's usually not the mid.
10 seconds to go.
He was last game, I think. No, mid one was.
5 seconds.
I don't know. Does mid one play Mirana? I can't even remember. I thought Ace was the Mirana player, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, Ogre and Wraith King, there's got to be some other heroes that synergize well with Ogre. They have 0 team fight from VGJ Storm other than the counter team fight from Dark Willow. Enigma's been getting picked up quite a bit, but Puppy could still pick his hero and he could grab a Rubik, so I doubt we're going to see the Enigma yet. There's still Cheese Picks, Huskar, and Broodmother that are possibilities for both teams. Huskar is looking more convincing for... Actually, neither team, really. Maybe a bit VGJ, but you don't want to be picking it if you're secret. So, Broodmother, though, on the other hand, is looking very good against VGJ Storm so far. His Seeker wants to pick a Brood. Vice versa, not so much. Not against a Earthshaker Mirana. So we're going to think this one up. SVG plays very defensive supports usually. I think MSS does the Dark Willow on their team, so SVG is going to have to think this was up. His Chen's banned, his Silencer's banned, and they got rid of his Lion, which maybe could have been done by MSS. I'm thinking SVG is going to play... Tree's not really the right hero. They need somebody for this Weaver, like somebody to handle him a little bit better. Storm's not too bad this game, actually. Actually, Storm's really good for VGJ. They're going to grab the DK, probably Rezo's DK again, and they'll do snaking on the Wraith King. They could switch it up, but they did very well. You usually don't want to go to bread and butter when, even if you win with it, because the other team's going to be more prepared on how to deal with it. They have the fresh experience of knowing what was the issue in their last game to deal with it, so they're kind of mimicking the draft, but not entirely. I really like Storm here, though, for VGJ.
5 seconds.
Like Storm Spirit. Secret. What is Secret going to be going against them? So, they got a really late Urn last time. They need somebody who's going to get... Sorry, not an Urn. A Spirit Vessel for the DK. Because the minute they got that Spirit Vessel, they absolutely crushed the DK. And it's good also against Wraith King. It's just good against any of these. Like, they're all regen heroes. AA, actually, for Team Secret would be nice. And that is a Puppy hero. So, it kind of doesn't synergize too well with their current draft, but they could fix that. Puppy also does Enigma. He hasn't done it in quite a while, though, so I doubt that's going to be the case. If they draft Enigma, it'll be a Fada Enigma, which is okay. It's not horrible. The range on Dark Will is pretty big. Wraith King, there's a lot of stuns, so you pretty much need a BKB if you're going to go Enigma this game on Team Secret. I think they could sacrifice... You don't see AA too often this patch, though. He is not the best for this patch. But I think they should maybe consider it this game. There's a lot of regen, and that ult is really nice.
Radiant's ban.
Oracle. Oh, is it what I think? Is this... I mentioned it, but I didn't think it was good for Secret. They've got a Wraith King. They've got a DK. This is not a good Huskar game, I don't think. Puppy Oracle. I don't know about this one. Well, Puppy does do... Earthshaker the odd time, and Yapsar, I've seen him do Oracle before, but
10 seconds to go.
Final bans here. Huskar is probably going to be considered. I don't think VGJ Storm needs to ban a Huskar, though. They did struggle early game, but Drow, that's a smart ban. Drow's a smart ban. Yeah, I don't think Huskar is really a threat. I don't know who they're going to pair up with this Oracle other than Huskar. But, like, Huskar is fighting melee physical DPS. It's not a good idea. Let's think of Secret. Well, we are thinking of Secret, but let's think of a hero to ban. First of all, they got literally 6 seconds with 1 second reserve time. They just got a ban right now.
Dyer's pick.
They're going to get rid of Yawara's TA, and they're going to grab mid one's Kunkka. Mid one felt really lackluster last game. He wasn't doing bad, he just... SF was just not the right hero. I think Puppy was in the wrong mindset. It was like when Optic picked Jug. It doesn't... It works for the meta, but it doesn't feel good for the overall
10 seconds to
passage of the game. The Oracle's a very strange pick. I think what it's for is for the Weaver to guarantee to get his ultimates off. I think that's the only... It's like having 2 Weaver ults, basically. And with Kunkka's survivability, it's just really powerful. Last pick for VGJ Storm. We're looking at... What is the hero? Spectre.
Take your pick.
Oh, this is a weird draft. It's very high in physical, but, I mean, you got Kunkka's boat? I don't know. Late game, though, I would be pretty scared if I was Secret. If you do not get some nice momentum, it's not going to be a fun late game. That's for sure. But all melee. Ooh, where's the axe? Where's the bristleback, you know? So it's Rezo. Rezo is going to be on the Spectre. It'll be Yawar on the mid Dragonite. Snake King will resume the Wraith King. MSS on Dark Willow as predicted. Savage on the Ogre. And Yapsor predicted. Ace predicted. Fada. Now, I thought it might be a Fada offlane Mirana. So, I'll say I got that one right, too. Poppy, obviously, Oracle. Mid one, obviously, Kunkka. It was basically up to, who was Ace or Fada? What were they playing? And Ace is he's like, if I had to pick a player who's well-known for playing Weaver in the pro scene, it's either going to be Mason or it's going to be Ace. So, and maybe EE. But Ace is just the Weaver player. There's really, you don't want to switch it up, you know? You don't pull an EG. You don't let Fly play the Clinks and RTZ play the Phoenix, even if it works. So this will be the final game of the best of 2. Can VGJ Storm get the 2-0 against Secret? They've, in my opinion, they've kind of already upset Secret. So maybe it's possible. Okay. We will fix this camera. That's for sure.
Places, everyone.
Boom, bam. Let's check out the players, eh? So we've got Kunkka. Not much regen. Gonna have to pull out that salve after some bounty runes ASAP. But he's got the stats for tankiness. Ace has lots of regen. Yapzor, lots of regen. Puppy, lots of regen. It's all about regen in this 2-1-2 meta. Lots of regen. They all have 6+ tangos. Resolution, same thing. Even SVG has it, but it's weird. He's already leveled his skill before he's gone out and engaged in a fight. That's very odd to see pros do. It's fine. It's normal in my bracket, but not so much in at TI. Little regen on Yawar. He's gonna hope for that pooled out healing salve. Snake King, lots of regen, and MSS, lots of regen. So basically, everybody goes 6+ tangos unless you're mid, and then you just pulled out that quick salve. I think for farming mids, not so much DK, but what's the mid here? Kunkka? Yeah, he's kind of a farming mid. I think it's okay to go your own set of tangos too, but they just really value winning mid lane high. So, see who grabs the runes. Resolution and mid one are going to contest this one. Mid one's going to get that one. SVG's going to get that one, so that's a 1-for-1. And then actually VGJ Storm wins in the rune pickups. Who do I think is going to win this game? The last game I definitely didn't think VGJ Storm would, and they did. So this game, draft-wise, I love VGJ Storm's late game, but I think they're going to not have a fun early game. Not against Secret. But I don't know. I'm going to go with VGJ Storm, Frigate. I think they got the better late game. Secret's draft isn't really standing out all that much. You know, they have a lot of ways to live, but living doesn't matter when the opponents draft better late game than you. Up here in top lane, we've got Puppey. Probably going to go down as first blood. He is actually cutting through the trees, so he will live that one. Meanwhile, mid lane, some pressure. Yawar mid one. Let's get the last hits up because that's pretty important. Down in bottom lane, Resolution farming up top of the board right at the moment. I think top lane's where all the action's going to go. Usually it's in bottom lane, most of the games I've been watching. As you can see here, there's a bit of grass and stuff, but these two heroes are very tanky, so I doubt anything's going to come of it. Really want to watch this lane up here. I think Puppey's pushing it. You know, they're going after Fada. Does he have the leaps? No, he has arrow. He's doing some decent damage to Savage. SVG. Gonna get the stun off on MSS. Not gonna do anything. Down here, bottom lane, we've got a bit more action. Maybe it will be bottom lane again in this game. Who flippin' knows? Just gonna check something quickly. Okay, we're good. Just had to make sure that was all set up. We got the Sentry Ward from MSS. He's gonna wanna pop that down. Wants to make sure Ace is not gonna be a threat into Shikuchi. Very obvious stuff. Let's check out the runes. DD spawned for top. These two are... I don't think there'll be any kills mid. They're both very tanky, durable heroes. We got one defensive ward from VGJ Storm. I don't see any wards for Secret, actually. Oh, there. This is the one. Playing safe, playing safe. Puppey just pooled out something. Looks like another sentry. It's going to be Battle of the Sentries here. Nice little pull here. Pinged out by Puppey. He's like, Ace, get in here. Farm this shit. And Ace is like, alright, fine. Fine, Puppey. I will farm this shit. Fada. Now has a point of leap. This guy's not dying. It's just not happening. Yapsar is going to do a pull. Very kind. But it's under the tower, so it's actually more annoying to VGJ Storm. Hence why he's doing it. Yeah, there's literally no point in watching these two mid other than going in build. So we got the Soul Ring picked up. Kunkka's got his Bracer. The 1-1-1 build for Mace. I like when they max Swarm. I think Swarm's really good. I mean, it's not unpopular. A lot of people do it. But you still see like a nice balance between Shikuchi and Geminate attack. Ward placed down here by Secret. So they're keeping up the ward game. Last hits, VGJ's in the lead. Ace is trailing not far behind along with mid one. This Wraith King meta is very... it's actually starting... At first, Wraith King was suffering, but it's starting to show some decent results. So I'm seeing why people are picking it. It's mostly the alt. And they're not going lifesteal because lifesteal is something, as Purge and Gods mentioned, it's something that really only works if you're lasting in long team fights or you go late game, right? Where team fights are naturally just going to be longer. So there's no reason to level lifesteal so early. People think it's good for laning phase, especially in my MMR, but if you just have regen, you don't need to skill it. You could skill your skeletons. It's a lot better, especially for pushing. Spectre are going to be going for that fast Vanguard. So far farming very well. I keep saying Spectre. It's Resolution. He's got a name. Snaking. Going to use the stun on Ace. Doesn't have the Sentry Ward, though. It is here by MSS, but now Snaking. Probably going to drop for first blood. He's got the armor degrade, and there you go. Puppey's going to secure that one for sure. MSS going to try and get a return kill, kind of, but it's not going to happen. Down here, bottom lane. Nothing happening. So Snaking actually drops for first blood. Over here, we got Spectral Dagger. These are very tanky heroes. Resolution actually needs to be careful. If he gets arrowed, which is now off cooldown. They're going on Yapsor. Top lane's also being ambushed. There's a lot going on. Let's check this top. MSS Deeks. Tipped to Ace. It's very weird watching these teams BM because you know there's no beef, but when like, oh no, you're kidding me. That's not supposed to happen. Wow. I saw it at the last second minute. I'm like, wait, they've been standing too close together and it looks pretty dang offensive. Is there actually going to be a kill mid? And you bet your ass there was. VGJ needs to be careful. SPG, all these V's and Jesus. Jesus. I like this build. A lot of people, you see Fortune's End and Purifying Flames, but the Fate's Edict is super good. Double regen, folks. Double regen. Think of it that way. Last hit, Spectre's actually doing very well. Let's see if they can put a stop to this. We got a rotation from mid one, so they will put a stop to it. SVG now running away from Yapsor. They're still pursuing mid one. It is just a rocket with these phase boots. Gonna get the X off. The Torrent isn't there, so he's gonna have to right click, but he could possibly land the Torrent. Got some body blocks by Yapsor. Trying to give mid one the kill. Will get it. That's a double kill for mid one. Yawar's going to try and put some decent damage into that mid tower in the meanwhile, because he's already died. Mid one's also got 2 kills, so this is a little bit unexpected. Kunkka is a lane dominator. Like, he's one of the best heroes at level 6 for just killing people, but against the DK, you're just not supposed to expect it. But he does that gank. Works out quite nicely. And they got the Rezo kill. Rezo was having just an absolute good time. And this is what Rezo does. He AFK farms, going to interrupt this for Snake. Snake King is in trouble. Doesn't have his level 6. I mean, even if he did, he might not level it up, because there's no point in leveling it up unless you're going to actually live in the end. So we saw him last game. He had that option and he chose not to do it. It's better to die in that scenario. But so far, it looks like top is winning. Mid is definitely winning. And because of the rotation from mid one, bot is technically won by Secret also. Secret 0-5, having a decent command in the early game, but we saw this last game. They did well early, they did well mid, and then they lost it late. And I think VGJ know this. They just know that they may not have quite the capabilities of doing that, so they drafted late game. This could be anyone's game. Drum's now being worked on by mid one. Needs to be careful. We got a rotation from Snake King, but Yapsor is there waiting. He could get the easiest fissure block of his life if he wanted. Puppy also TPs. This gives 8 a free lane because there's actually 4 VGJ heroes in mid. Now there's 4 of Secret, so it's not a total loss. Yapsor sees the invis, trying to bait it out here. Waiting for Fada to grab it. Mid one applying pressure to mid lane. Runes are looking pretty offensive now for a Secret. They feel a little more confident. Before they're a little bit defensive. They had the one bottom here. I guess that was considered offensive. MSS has the armor tick on him. Needs to get that bug off. It's just scaling. The stun, that is a very dead MSS. Gonna give the kill to Fada, actually. A lot of owning. Let's get this KDR board going. We know we have one dude who's 3-0. So, Haunt going to be used. It's on the person mid one. But he gets the boat out, which saves himself. SVG actually almost dies. There's no way to reach him. Puppy's a little bit caught out. It's actually 5 Secret heroes mid. But nobody dies. Haunt was committed. Boat was committed. Actually, maybe someone will die. Snaking. Not enough stuns. Look at the Puppy draft. There's only 3 stunners. It's more than last game. They only had 1. But the more stuns, the better. Puppy's going to get a nice D ward. There's another offensive ward. This is a really good one. How's VGJ's wards? They got 1 here, which is offensive. Defensive 1 here, so it's not too bad. Dark Will, standard build. Sorry, MSS. Resolution maxing that dagger. Kind of innovated by the Chinese a year or 2 ago. Snake King, as you can see, no life steal. And he's holding that point in his ult. This is what you're supposed to do. He might have to decide if it's time to use it or not. Let's find out. So he's getting pulled back. He's getting boated, and he does not use that point. There's no point unless you're going to live. And none of these guys are going to TP in before them.
Illusion.
Bottom lane. Yapsor almost has his arcanes. He actually put a point in Aftershock.
Radiant's toughened up their
I think value
structures.
point's pretty normal, though. He went the Max build.
Dire's mid tower won't last much
Very
longer.
standard Kunkka build right here. Puppy, standard,
top towers in
Fada. I
bad
want to see
shape.
Fada's build. This is like the standard now. No one
prize
puts
is
any more
mine.
points in Arrow. It's just straight up max Starstone.
Radiant's top tower.
Roll Mirana is really the only one you put a bunch of points in Arrow. Now I think, and no one does Roll Mirana. Restoros is Vanguard Aquila. Going for Treads. Tread Spectre is very interesting. I have mixed opinions on that, but every pro I see now does Treads. Phase Boots just isn't even a thing. Nice juke by Snaking. He's being focused quite a lot. They just know that they're trying to force that point into his ult. But he's put it in now, so that means backup might come. He's pinging. MSS is pinging, but nobody's coming. MSS is now coming. Can he get the ultimate off to save his teammate? Does he have the ultimate? He does have the ultimate. He's not using it. Resolution's now in the fight. They're going to go on this. Snake King's still alive. They're focusing Puppy. He's going to drop. Snake King gets healed up big time. And that is not good for Secret. They need to ditch. SVG comes flanking in from the rear. Mid one, very tanky, taking a lot of damage. They're not even worrying about Ace. They're just going to go for mid one. And he's going to down. Resolution, double kill. This is super good. This is why you wait on that value point. He waited. He realized, okay, they're under my tower. There is a lot of them, but they're expending a ton of resources, and it's not beneficial for them. I get some backup. They lose that fight. Well played by Snaking. Snaking's been practicing a lot too. Like, he plays a ton of games. I'm really glad to see him. No caster bias here, by the way.
Top towers getting beat
Actually, Secret's one of my favorite teams, so I'm surprised I'm not being biased towards them. We have the level 6 on Earthshaker. Levels are looking pretty good on most of the heroes. SVG is the only one that doesn't have 6, but you don't really need 6 on that hero. But here comes the downside. Wraith King. Gonna stun him up, but those bugs are murdering. He's got 5 wand charges. He can maybe use it. He's got to hit that bug. He's just gonna submit. Too many Seeker heroes. VGJ knows that they're all bottom, so Yawar's gonna push out mid. That mid is still not dead. Does he have ultimate? No, it's on cooldown. He's just gonna right click it. Needs to be careful. Yapsor with the smoke manages to get a fissure off. He's got follow up from Puppy, but that's not the hero he wants follow up from. They're not gonna manage to get a kill here. Top tower very low for Secret. Bottom tower getting pummeled by mid one on VGJ Storm, but it's not anything substantial. Blade Mail next on Rezo. So I was mentioning about Rezo earlier. Great, maybe not yet. Okay. I was mentioning on Rezo earlier, a lot of people, in my opinion, undervalue Rezo. They think that he's just like an AFK farmer and the team basically 4v5s until he comes online. But that's basically the point of carry. Like, that's what a real carry should be. I understand there's a fine balance, but I think Rezo really understands that farm is super important, that it's okay to sacrifice your team fight for it. Gonna resume this fight down bottom. Looks like VGJ was being ambushed. They try and do a counter ambush, but now it's starting to backfire on them. Yapsor, does he have the ultimate? He does. Chooses not to use it. Yawar is super tanky, but there goes the Yapsor ult. Gets them all really low, but not in time to save Fada. So it's VGJ Storm is profiting so far from this, and they get the tower deny. This is really good from VGJ. I wish there was a shorter way to call these guys. I'm just going to call them Storm. So we're not... When I say Storm this game, it's not the hero, it's the team. So it's Storm versus Secret. They shrine up. Bottom tower is purely healthy. I think if they want to push a tower, it's got to be top or mid. Mid would really help them. Right now, it's giving Secret kind of a lead here. But I think if they get mid, they're good. SVG does have teammates around. He's going to get the stun off. Is there going to be a chain stun? Yes. Are they able to burst him before he gets his ultimate? No, they're not. Ace manages to get the time lapse off. Nice vision from Yapsor. Stunned up, though. Resolution in the back line using Breathe Fire. They're going to get the pick off on Snaking, but that's a reincarnation, you know. This is really good. They're also going to go for Fada. Does he have leaps? He does not. He gets stunned up. Resolution going to get the dagger. It's going to go right through to Puppy. Yapsor trying to get a stun off. He will get 1-on-2. Is he able to bring down MSS? Yes, he will, but he's going to pay with his life. Or will he? The arrow off the mark from Fada. Breathe Fire from Yawar will manage to pick off Yapsor. So 3 for 1. Not looking good for Secret. I mentioned that Secret's draft was early and mid game, right? Like, you do not have the late game in my opinion, but knowing my luck, they'll probably just lose these phases of the game and crush late game. But I think VGJ Storm, you do not want to go later in games against the VGJ Storm draft. Pros don't really analyze drafts like that, though. They don't analyze them as a time thing. They kind of analyze it as purely based on teamwork and stuff like that. So if they've got a nice flowing team, then that's all that matters, right? You get the items and stuff that compensate for having a draft disadvantage. But Spectre, this hero has a very high win rate. Very high. And normally like Spectre, you pick Spectre, you expect to struggle in lane and make up for it late game. So I missed that kill. Yawar manages to get ace. Oh. But if Spectre's having a good game now, I don't know, folks. I don't know. Wraith King's an anti-carry, too. He's not so much a late game, but not looking too good for Secret. They're going to have to change some things up. Yapzor and them trying to get the mid tower, but he gets caught out. There's the ult from Puppey. We're going to get the Yapzor ult, but it literally tickles these heroes. Dragonite and Wraith King are just too tanky. Yapzor bursts. That's an Oracle ult down, too. And Kunkka's a hero that wins lane, but he's not a hero that excels in these 5-man early skirmishes. We're 17 minutes in the game. We haven't even reached mid-game, technically. Looking real good for VGJ Storm. Secret had an early game, a little bit of an advantage ahead, but they are starting to fall behind. Let's check out the item build. So we're going to have the standard Maelstrom on Fada. Mid one is going for the Halberd. That's going to be really good. I like seeing this. A lot of people, they focus too much on core Kunkka, which is probably good for them in the late game run. But at the moment, Secret just needs to win some team fights. Disabling Wraith King or Spectre is definitely one of the better ways of doing this. Ace almost has his Diffusal. That'll really help. And he does have the boots build. Seeing pros doing boots pretty much all the time now on Weaver. Yawar with his blink. This is huge CC. There's the Spectre ult. She's going to port him behind. Focusing Puppey. Yawar's actually getting pretty low, but here in the middle, Puppey drops to your Resolution. Resolution manages to pick up a double kill after the stun from Snake King onto mid one. That's a core down. This is more than a tier 1. They're going tier 2. There's no way. Maybe not. Rezo's going to defend bottom. He's already used ult, so I guess not. Looks like we've got MSS highlighting the top lane. So possibly might be referring to doing that. Yawar, though. He knew about this blink. But playing a little too greedy. Gonna get picked off. Snake King, killing spree. That's a lot of skeletons, too. With lifesteal now on the table. I also want to... I think I got cut off trying to talk about the importance of this off-lane Wraith King that we're seeing. I think his ult in a 2-on-2 meta that's so dependent on these early team fights, having that big slow that penetrates through pretty much everything. I think that's why he's being picked up more. He has a slow, you have to put in so much into it. I should be focusing on this fight because VGJ just kind of overstayed their welcome and get penalized for it. They almost got the tier 2 mid, but obviously not. So going back to the Wraith King, though, I think that's the main purpose. It's mostly his ultimate, you know, and he has like offlane. You know when people would build like Vlads and stuff on offlane Void, he just has a natural Vlads for later on in late game. You have to expend a ton of resources. You can't really ignore him. And then his ult at one point, like it slows, costs no mana, and can stun. It's a pretty big deal. And stun is huge. Like the whole purpose of a DK is to blink in and stun somebody. It seems very simple. It's like, oh, Lion does that, you know. Venge, in a way, kind of does that. But it's different when it's a core, a tanky core. It's very different. They're going to try and go on Ace here. He is getting stunned up, but he will time-lapse right into an SVG stun. Needs to be very careful. Puppey there with the false promise. Ace should be fine. He isn't even healing him up. Now he is. I kind of mistimed that, I think. I love seeing this. This is the build you should be going on Oracle. The Oracle pick seems really weird. I really wish Puppey... I'm criticizing Secret too much, but they're definitely losing grasp of this game. I'm not going to put my own opinion anymore. Let's just let's focus on the cast. So we have one drums on VGJ. We have one on Kunkka, who now has a halberd. That's going to be big. We're going to start seeing some carry items. Maybe a bit more utility like Blink or Shadow Blade. But I think it's time this Kunkka goes damage. He's got to get a crit or something. Because Ace is not going to be able to do all the damage, and Fada isn't either. These people need BKBs if they want to do damage versus these tanky heroes. Do we have a Vessel on the way? So, Puppy has the Urn, but I'm not seeing Vessel queued up yet. Looks like he wants Arcane Boots when he has Tranquils. That's kind of weird. Fada gonna shove out mid, Ace shoving out top. They're doing a bit of Rat Dota to deal with this. Resolution's not even gonna go the Radiance build. There's no illusion heroes. It would be nice to cancel the blink of Yapsor, but at some point he'll get Scepter. See, this is what I'm seeing the most. Earthshaker's going Scepter. So Radiance is pretty pointless. He's just going to go the Manta build, pure team fight damage. Down here, a Secret. Catching out Yawar. He's very tanky. He does have backup from Snakeate, who's going to just bomb on the Puppy. He's down. Gets stunned up, but look at this. Yawar's not even dead. He's not even dead. Dark Willow with the... Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so bad. Snake King's getting low, but he's just going to respawn. Secret is in big trouble. Mid one's getting focused, and with that Fate's Edict on, I think that's the raid ability. He's taking too much damage. Resolution focusing mid one. He's going down. Puppy's still alive, but barely gets ticked. Ooh, cancels that out. Very nice, but let's see if he can live. No, he's not going to live. Down here in bottom, they're chasing Ace. Not going to do anything. It's a 2-for-1. They did finally manage to get Yawar. So, you know, that fight was well, it's 3-for-1. That fight was looking, in my opinion, even worse for Secret. But they did manage to get the Yawar kill. It just took so long. Like, these heroes are so tanky. You don't have an AA. You don't have a Spirit Vessel. And these heroes have massive regen, massive HP. And in a sense, massive armor. Like, the DK talent's coming soon, right? There's gonna be a lot of armor. What's that, like 21 armor or something? It's ridiculous. And Resolution has a blade mail. You don't want to focus this guy. Oh, look at this. Snake Egg's getting the Spirit Vessel. You know, fight fire with fire. Fada, I like Fada's decision of going BKB. He's still squishy even with the BKB, but he just cannot go into fights. We need this Mirana to be more like a mid Mirana and just output a ton of DPS. BKB being built now for VGJ. I said I was going to call them Storm. I haven't done them. I haven't done that yet. I want to check out talents. Let's check out the wards though. Lots of wards top here for Secret, but they're doing a lot of fighting bottom. Just kind of interesting. So basically they're not seeing anybody up here and they're saying, okay, so they're not up there, let's try and pick them off bottom. But usually you want to say, okay, let's avoid them or go up here because we can't see them. This is a safe area to go. But Secret's taking a more offensive approach. They kind of realize their stance in this game, they have to. Oh, but over here, mid one. Mid one getting caught out. Moonlight Shadow, no detection. Gonna X, try and go on Snake King. He's got another life though. He's very tanky. Blocked him off though. They have the backup, but VGJ Storm's got backup. They have Blink, so Yawar's going to be blinking in here. There's the slow. Look at that. 4 heroes. Yawar just goes in. Puppy going to save Yapsor, but he's still being focused to an extent. He's going to die as a result. Yapsor is going to die next. He's on the buffet list. Can he get... No, he doesn't have Blink. He gets a nice Echo, but it doesn't do anything because there's no creeps and nobody around. This is just really snowballing out of control for Secret. Storm. Now finish the Manta, coming out the Resolution. What's MSS's items? Let's check this out. He's pretty poor. It's almost like MSS is the position 5. Something's... He's saving up for Blank, which is good. But how rich is SVG? Casual Buckler, I highly doubt that's a mech. And if it is, you'll see the Arcane Boots prior. Up here top lane, we have an engagement. Looks like Yawara's going to jump on mid one, but he's going to be counter-attacked by mid one and Puppy. Ace kind of not attacking anybody. MSS looking for the right ult to use, but Yawara just standing his ground, buying so much time for the rest of the team to come in. And yes, the rest of the Secret's here, but they got ultimates on cooldown. They need to be careful. Spectral Dagger onto Yapzor. Snake King looking for the blink. 6 seconds. Needs to watch the arrow. Lands right onto Snake King. Ace is going to be focusing him, but needs to be careful. There's still SVG in the back with a stun. He gets stunned up. Puppy's near him, though. But Resolution and Snake King are focusing Puppy. Gonna get that pick off. Very long fight. They only get Puppy, so it's not a massive loss for Secret. But Secret's still taking these fights. I think they want to be doing split Dota. Split push. Sacrificing some structures to get a bit of farm and map control ground around the map. Let's check out the talent trees. So we have the mana one for Yapzor, mid one. He's gone 40 damage. That's expected. He doesn't really have the damage build. Oh, he's going BKB. This is not good. If he doesn't have damage and he doesn't have utility, he's basically just a meat shield, which doesn't do too much. They managed to get that pick on Snake King. Caught out of position. He had wand, but he was pretty stunned up. Ace has his BKB. This is super defensive from Secret. But it's needed. They need this so that they can survive fights. Then they can worry about damage. All they need to do is survive. If you live fights, you get out, you farm, then you work on that damage. Fada's definitely got his BKB now too. So who needs a BKB left? Yapzor's still quite a ways away from his scepter. I mean, we're not going to see Puppy go it. That's for sure. Mid one is now going one. So they have the same idea that I do. Yawar has BKB. Has he used it? It's still 10 seconds. Not going to see it on Rezo. Rezo's not... Oh, Rezo's going Radiance after Manta? Interesting. This is going to ensure the kills on Yapzor and Resolution for sure. Did I say Yapzor and Resolution? I meant Puppy and Resolution. But Puppy's dying anyways. I actually don't think... This is one of the few games... I pretty much say Spectre needs to go Radiance every single game. I think this is one of the few games we don't need a Radiance on the Spectre. I think he could just go Butterfly or something like that and cause Secret some problems. Puppy. Still working on his Arcane Boots. Oh, look at this smoke from Storm. It's gonna pop on these two. They know they're in here. Gets the jump in, but the stuns first. There's the BKB by Fada. They're gonna start attacking. Snake King pummeling into Yapzor. He's being healed up by Puppy, but it's a lot of damage. I don't think he's gonna live. He's gonna respawn once. Yawar's gonna turn around and try and help him out. Yapzor's dead. He's just gotta be dead. No, he's still alive. It's amazing. This is not looking too good. There's the Echo Slam from Yapzor. It's looking really bad for VGJ, but they're starting to regen up. They're gonna pick off Yapzor. They're gonna pick off Fada. Oh my goodness. Secret was so close. Look how low they are. It's amazing. There's no Vlads or anything. It's just a lifesteal aura from Wraith King. Wraith King will die. Yawar's going to get a double kill though in return onto mid one. Oh, did they find Ace too? Ace. Stutter stepping. He's afraid. He doesn't know where their sentry is. They're just going to run right into that Rosh pit.
Ain't a pretty sight right
this is, I think this is what, the 4th fight that Secret's lost. They're actually not severely behind in kills, so they still want to contest some stuff. But Ace, I don't know. You might have overstayed your welcome. Doesn't have the ultimate. He's going to get blown up. This free Rosh is also going to be now an Ace. This is a purely uncontested one because Yapzor's ult's down. This Earthshaker has not had any impact this game other than some nice fissures, but we're not seeing Echo Slams that we need to see. And this is the benefit of having tanky heroes. Okay, you're gonna Echo Slam a DK and an Ogre and a Spectre and a Wraith King. What does that do? Doesn't do anything. And this Oracle's had, I think, 2 really good saves. Puppy's Oracle. But the hero's just not feeling. I'm not feeling it, you know. If this was an AA, we'd be feeling. There would be some serious feels. That's for sure. And Puppy's got a damn good AA. We were still checking out talents. The wards are more defensive now from Secret. They still have one pretty offensive one. But at the same time, Storm has offensive, defensive. They're actually not as kept up in the warding as Secret is. Casual Buckler still on Ogre. Attack speed on DK is pretty nice. That's for sure. Over here, we're going to have an initiation from Snaking and from Resolution. They're going on Puppy. The Radiance is going to kill him. Or not the Radiance, sorry. The, what's that called? I don't even know. Ooh, this is a weird build to see. Echo Saber Wraith King. This late, at least, it's weird.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Scuba crit, though. Mid lane, we're going to have an engagement on Rezo. It's going to be a boat. Look how tanky he is. He's got an Aegis, too. Misses with the arrow. Like, this fight's over. If you're secret, you are running for the hills. You not only whiff stuff, but he was just way too tanky with an Aegis. You're just not jumping the right people, you know? Yawar, if he dies here, I'm going to feel really bad for him. He's really trying to get the Scepter, and oh my goodness, Ace is going to try and stand his ground on Snake King. But Snake King's got another life. Just walks by Ace, just wants to kill him with his Gap Sword. He actually does die, though, from the lack of mana. Really wants to hit that level 20. That was really well done by Ace. I saw him walking by. I'm like, okay, he's going to pop wand. He's going to get his ultimate, but... Oh, his wand is, okay, never mind. Radiance picked up. He has his blink, right? Oh, MSS still doesn't have his blink. Supports are pretty poor in this game on both teams. Puppy's now just changed his mind. He's like, screw the arcane boots. I'm going ghost. I'm sick of being focused by these dang carries. Rezo's going nullifier. That's gonna be pretty lethal against all these BKB counters. Maelstrom on Weaver. That's probably for... when you're locked in base, Maelstrom actually has increased value, I think. Because you really want to focus on keeping creeps away from your towers. The less chip damage, the better. And I think that's the objective here. They're all grouped up. Team Secret. They're going to pop that smoke. Puppy still has one in reserve. Draws the path. That's Wraith King actually drawing the path in MSS, so... we do have one path from Fada here. I think he's stating they're all mid, but that's not the case. They're all bottom. Counter smoke, though, from Storm. Secret knows something's up. They see people aren't on the map. They need to assume high ground if they're going to take a fight. Otherwise, I think they should bolt. VGJ Storm, though, they're in full mode assault. Gets the stun off, gets the Rezo port in. There's no BKB on Fada. He's just going to drop immediately. They found some more picks over here. Ports in. Not at fast enough. Yapsor manages to get the TP away, along with Puppy. Now, there's a lot of items Secret needs right now. They need the Lincolns. They need the... they already had the BKBs, but they also need the damage, you know? No damage. We finally see the damage item now from Kunkka. Actually, he's farming... Mid-one's farming really well, because he was working on that BKB not too long ago and has it. And now he has a crit on top of it. So he's doing pretty good in terms of catching up. Levels, pretty climbing for Storm. I really want to see that, but I'm just going to switch to last hits denies. Mid one's very tanky too. Like Halberd just makes him super tanky. BKB, more tanky. Actually, go back to the KDR. I want to see mid one. 6 and 4. He's actually died a decent amount of times. Gonna get initiated on again. Can't even leave their base. Secret. Not here for him. He has to pop BKB. Probably didn't need to, actually, but... ooh, look at this. Orchid. We already know what that's gonna turn into. That's a really nice pick on Yawar. For an item. Abyss Blade for Rezo. SVG is poor as heck. Even on the winning side. MSS... oh, he ditched the blink. He goes the Yules with the gems, so they now have the map control. Secret has 2 very offensive wards over here. They're actually super fresh. Look how fresh those are. They just want to keep tabs on that Rosh that's already done, but that really blinds them back here. This is a very unique ward too. Gives them the vision, hard to de-ward. So Puppy, you know, he's played a lot of games. He understands what it's like to be behind with the gems. So he's got the ward spots. These are not easy to de-ward spots. Orchid. Wait, did I say Echo Saber? Wasn't he going Echo? Okay, he got the one piece and then he just changed it to Orchid. That's more better. I think Orchid's the right move here. Puppy, front lines. I'm assessing them, looking for that pick, mid one. Gonna be fine. He's got the X. Moonlight Shadow activated. They have the gem on MSS, though. Look at this ward. This ward's so good. Oh. They're gonna initiate. Secret wants to take the initiative. MSS gonna use the ult. The Echo Slam is a solo on... Oh, this is not good for Secret. Ace is in trouble. Dropping below half HP. Gets stunned up. Gets blown up. Yapsar with these solo echoes. It completely defeats that... Oh, he cancels his blink? Why? Oh, no. Yapsar. Get out of there, buddy. Get out of there. Snake King. No. Look at that cooldown. This is why Scepter's better than Blink. It's a super short cooldown. Deke any terrain. Oh, I'm not even watching inside the base. Oh, man. That was... You know, this Earthshaker just... I understand that solo echoes are kind of a... They're a thing, right? Especially for trying to blow up somebody. We saw last game they did it very nicely. And Ace did, but... This game, these are very lackluster echoes. Yapsar gonna just hop around. Mid one trying to do the X Torrent Slam. Just not doing enough damage. Might be time for Rapier at some point. Storm gonna hit on the racks. They've got all the tools needed. We've now pretty much entered late game to an extent. They're gonna go on Puppey. Puppey's gonna wand. He's gonna use his ult on himself to heal himself up. Yapsar gonna stun onto Yawar. Mid one gonna try and do something, but Puppey is super dead. Snake King doesn't even need to focus him anymore. Drops the first life on him. He's gonna respawn. Yapsar now in the thick of the battle. Yawar gonna use the Breathe Fire. They're gonna get the stun on mid one. Blade Mail activated. Mid one definitely doesn't want to turn around. Yapsar gonna do a bit more dunking. 1 kill plus a Rax. They're gonna go back, defend. Rosh is still a long way away from spawning. Probably look for some more map control. Secret doesn't have any wards anywhere other than here. Actually, I think this one got dewarded because they were both at the same time. So this one got dewarded. This one expired. This one, pretty hard to find this one. Abyss now complete on Resolution. Let's check out some items on Secret. We still haven't seen the talent trees. Puppey's just... There's going to be no item progression on this hero, unfortunately. Working on a pipe for Yapsar. Ace does have that Maelstrom. Probably just going to get an MKB or something. I don't know what else you would do against these tanky heroes. I like going crit against tankiness. Or some sort of armor degrade, but, I mean... Deso, it's kind of a little too late to do that. Fada does have the Mjolnir. We could see him go like an MKB or something like that. And Daedalus is complete on mid one. I think it's time to go Rapier if you're mid one, though. You're probably not going to win this game by doing a regular build. Like a second crit or a cleave. One MKB or something like that. Smoked up from Team Secret. They get the bottom tower. They're smoking upwards. Hoping somebody's farming this side of their map, but I mean, when you're this far ahead, you usually don't need to go that far back. They're gonna find the Spectre. This is actually probably their best chance of getting a pick. The arrow lands, the echo lands, everything is landing. Rezo's just getting chain stunned and blown up, but he's still not dead. Fada's fully committing for this. And they didn't even kill him. He runs away by porting through all of his illusions. They've lost 2 heroes. Ace is the next on the buffet list. Does he have the ultimate? Yes, he does not. 3 down. Looking hella grim if you're Team Secret. The first game was a lot more close. It was actually a really nice game. I really wish I was casting that one. But I was eating food. But this game, Secret had it a bit at the beginning, but then they just slowly started losing grip 1 bit at a time. It's not like they were getting pummeled. But they weren't, there was no progression happening. Yawar gonna blink in. VGJ Storm's looking like a very lethal team now. This puts them, what's this, 2-3 or something? Just above the middle of the bracket. I think your current leaders are EG, Newbie, Mineski, I don't know the other team. But this is looking super over. Here we go. Initiate the stun on the mid one. Yapsar going to stun him with a fissure to try and save him. Snake King getting slowed by the defusal, but just walking it out. He actually doesn't have the talent yet, so
but he has enough mana to use his respawn. Here comes the bow in. It's actually not going to really hit anybody, but it makes them super tanky. Rezo's going to Abyss onto mid one. Puppey going to use the ultimate to keep him alive. Nice Torrent. They're going to be able to pick off Snake King. This might be a little bit of a throw. MSS going to focus Ace. Ace just gets soloed by the support. He dies in return. MSS, and they're somewhat holding triple buybacks. We got 2 on Storm, 1 on Secret. They're going to get the pick off on Fada. He does have buyback. He will need to buyback, but mid one's going to call GG. And that is the end of the game. A lot of Orchids from Storm.
The Radiant
So I was right. I did like VGJ Storm's draft. All they had to do was survive, and not only did they survive, they came ahead. The first game, though, I think I like Secrets better. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope to cast more games. This was my only day off, though. I would love to cast this one. What are they at in this one? I don't know. I might cast it if it's just started. It would probably be game 2, so... 4,000 watching. That's probably still game 1. Anyways, see you later. Thanks for watching.